Hello, my name's Anthony and I'm representing Team M, and I was going to go through our questions asked from P2. So our first question was, how will you factor in the user need to manually input their information given your age demographic? Do you see this becoming a setback when trying to manage user needs, especially in competition with other products? So, as of right now, we're putting in our own set workout. It's our hope that in the future we can open the doors to more customization for your age, your weight, your height, how comfortable you are exercising, stuff like that. With our time limitations and our Arduino limitations, we are just going with our preset options for now. But in the future, we would hope to branch out if we were to continue with this project and keeping it as simplistic and user-friendly as possible. Our second question was, how do you plan on reducing weight and size of the device in order to cater to your user base? Currently, our weight is around 900 grams, which is around 2 pounds. It's pretty hard to get much lighter than that. Obviously, like an Apple Watch or a smart device for your wrist is lighter than that, but it's for something that you can carry. It's hard to get much lighter while still being sturdier. But in the future, if we could, we would make it smaller using more advanced parts, smaller electronics and stuff along those lines. And we'd have to switch to a lighter wood versus the quarter sawn sycamore that we're using in the lab. Our plan and our reasoning behind that is all covered in our grand concept design as well as in our technical communications guide. Our third question was, how do you link the physical button on the box to the buttons on the Arduino module? What is the internal mechanical design of this component? So our buttons are just the product that we can purchase from the OSU shop. It is a good question how we're going to make those. One of our needs is that it requires a very small amount of pressure to activate the button, because for people as they get older could lose the dexterity in their fingers and their ability to push buttons. So we are trying to do it in a way that's non-permanent, to attach a larger button on top of those buttons. That's something that we're kind of currently working on, but we were thinking about hot glue, but that's not feasible because we couldn't attach something to those parts without breaking them. So instead we're using a cardboard cutout around that button, which is stuck or taped to the button itself, and then has a wooden push on top of it to make it look better. That'll be presented in both our final product, and the ideas behind that are in our technical writing document. And then our final question was, how will you accommodate to people's needs for their exact workouts? If they're doing free weight squats or something like that, would they screen automatically know what they're doing? Or would they be able to select from a known database? It would be our hope in the future to take massive technological leaps like that. Right now, that's not super attainable, especially with what we have and staying within our budget. So our current next step for the product would be to open the door for more user customizability, which would be through an app or something to connect to your box. That would be our next step from our current products. But in the future, we'd like to get something that could recognize your movements or recognize what you're doing, or where you could create your own workout plan for specific days or specific workouts you could select. But right now, we're just doing a set amount of things because that's what is not only wanted because they're new people in working out. They're not people that our user base is not people that are extremely comfortable with the working out and coming up with exercises. We're sticking to simplistic and easy exercises for now. Thank you.